Greetings, my name is Joe Bustillos. I am the course director for edm613 Media Asset Creation, and I'd like to welcome you to our little FSO walkthrough. So we are looking right now at the dashboard version of our FSO course, and as you can see, our week 1 stuff is up here on top, and week 2, and then week 3, and then week 4, and it's pretty much organized as to how things fall due. The due dates is how it's organized. The only thing that I don't like about this particular arrangement is that if you're not paying attention, if you just simply go by the dashboard view, then you will not realize that things like the syllabus and the calendar and all of the other activities like the course tutorials, blogging tips, all these sorts of things that don't actually have a due date, you won't notice them until you get to week 4, which is not really the way we want things to run. So you'll need to scroll down if you want to see the class syllabus and the class calendar. We talk about a bunch of things. And then course tutorials, blogging tooltips, as I mentioned before, and resources, thoughts on tech and media history. These sorts of things are meant to be resources for you to use as we go along and are not specifically attached to any activity. So looking at the activities themselves, let's go ahead and click on the week 2 activities, and what you'll see is something that you should be somewhat familiar with, at least in the beginning here, is a description and a rationale up on top, and then the deliverables. In this case, because this particular activity handles all of the things that are due during this particular week, in this case week 2, with the exception of any action research project or any other, those sorts of projects, then it basically describes all these things. So we do have the 4 blog posts mentioned here. We have the WIMBA mentioned, and then we have the grade breakdown for each sub-activity within the week's activity. And then what may not be familiar to you is that I have the specific information about each sub-activity here in this particular window. You need to scroll up and down to see all of the items listed here. We have the reading portion, WIMBA, and then our discussion boards are listed here also. And so what I'm looking for is for you, once you open it, you go ahead and click through and get the information that you need from that particular activity. It may take a moment or two for it to load up. And there may be videos in there, there may just be information. So in this case, we do have a TED video for our author this particular week, Benjamin Zander, that I'm hoping that you'll get a chance to read or to view. And then when you're done, you just go ahead and use the back arrow, and you're back to the list. Also, one thing that you may not be familiar with is that each WIMBA session, I do have specific videos or information that I'm going to be wanting you to take a look at before our actual time together. So it's very important that you go ahead and look at that also. And then when it comes to our discussion boards, you'll notice there is no discussion board listed in FSO specifically, but if you click in the week activities, then like in this particular case, there are 3 discussion boards. You click, and then it opens up what this discussion board is. You scroll down, and in this particular case, I've got this topic here, topic 1, or I want you to answer this particular topic. And as you scroll down, then you'll see other students who have made comments before, and you could either add your own comment or you could go ahead and reply to another student's comment. At the very least, I do expect you to address, even if you are reading someone else's comment, I do hope that you will, in your response, also answer the main comment. And so when you click there, it asks you for your name, an email address, and obviously it should be FSO, and then a website email or website URL is helpful. And then click here in the comments, submit reply, and boom, you've got that particular activity done. So that is, in a very quick nutshell, how we manage our way through these activities. Now, I don't seem to have a I've completed this activity button down here, but you should have one because that's kind of how we close these things out. But either way, almost everything that you are going to do, with the exception of the lit review, the initial submission of the lit review needs to be done through FSO. Everything else will be done in your either in your blog, or like in the case of the discussion board right here in FSO, in this version of the discussion board. So that is a very quick look at how we manage to roll through all the activities that we are going to do in our class this month. Let's see, let's take a look at, let's go ahead and take a look at the lit review. So the lit review here is what you'll see. There's a video that I'm hoping that you will watch, gives you additional information that you need to know about the lit review activity. And then here's some resources. And then again, I do not have the submission button here, but in your version of FSO, you should have a submission button down here toward the bottom, and you'll submit your document and then click the submit button, and then you'll be done with this activity. So I'm hoping that this has helped you manage your way through our course. And if you have any questions, please contact me at my email address, edm613@me.com, and I will talk to you later.